Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go? Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today, we're with Jeremy Parsons from the Clay County Fair in Iowa. Jeremy, thanks for joining us.
Well, it's good to be here.
Hey, Jeremy, give us a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? And then your career transformation to where you're at now with the Clay County Fair.
Sure. So grew up in Southern Iowa. I'm a Leon, Iowa boy. So I just grew up in a small town and spent time as a summer and seasonal employee at the Iowa State Fair, was on the staff at the Missouri State Fair, heading their foundation. Then for the last 11 years, been CEO of the Clay County Fair in Spencer, Iowa.
Perfect. So tell us about your fair. Is it a basic 4-H fair? Is it expansive? What do you got?
Yeah, so we're a 9-day fair in September, which makes us unique here in the upper Midwest. 300,000 in attendance. We're a regional fair for sure. We're the largest farm machinery and ag
Baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road. Are you ready to go?
And FFA exhibitors from 4 states: Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska. And then from an entertainment perspective, 9 nights of grandstand entertainment, 6 concerts, 3 dirt events, then about $150,000 in free entertainment scattered throughout our fairgrounds.
So you're the equivalent of most state fairs.
We're a large fair. Of course, when you're between the Iowa State Fair and Minnesota State Fairs, you're pretty small. But we are truly a regional fair that draws again 300,000 people. And what's unique is Spencer, Iowa, where we're located, is a town of about 12,000 people. So it's a big draw here in the upper Midwest for sure.
So Spencer, I'm trying to get my demographics right here. Pretty close to Lake Okoboji, right?
Yep, just 15 miles to the south. Yep.
Okay, very good. Now I know where we're at. For you, Jeremy, what's the best part of your job?
Yeah, it's really about the fact that I get to spend all year long planning an event that families are going to come to, and more importantly, going to make memories that they're going to remember forever. So, I think we all remember back to, going to the fair and riding rides and eating food. Maybe it's the place where we saw our first concert. Maybe it's the place where we showed the grand champion steer, and so it's all about the fact that I get to every day, plan something that people are going to remember forever.
No, absolutely. What are some of the highlights? What are the most popular events that you guys have every year?
We're an interesting fair just because of the amount of farm machinery we still have. A lot of fairs no longer have what we have in terms of that. So, for us, the fact that we are still a place where people who are actually involved in production agriculture can come and shop, that's kind of important to us with the farm machinery. And then, of course, it's also, as with most fairs, it's a place where people come to be entertained. And so, we work hard with that grandstand lineup. We work hard with that free entertainment lineup. Again, just to provide, something for people to do. It's that combination of entertainment and also education. Of course, being in September, we have a pretty robust field trip program for school kids. And so we're able to really kind of check a lot of those boxes off.
Very cool. Okay, so you've seen a lot of entertainment. You've had a lot of entertainment in your lifetime, and not necessarily just at the fair, but in other venues as well. What's your all-time favorite concert that you've ever been to?
Oh, that's hard to say. Wow, that is hard to say. I've seen Brooks and Dunn a few times. They put on a great show. I think it's always that balance. There are a lot of acts today that are a lot of lights and splash, but maybe not a lot of great music type of a thing.
Right.
So I've always thought Brooks and Dunn balance that, from a big concert perspective. But then I think of just a lot of the strolling entertainment we have here at the fair. A magician or a juggler or some sort of entertainment that is right up close to people, so they can really see what's going on. That's always unique too. So it's not always necessarily a big crowd. It's just really watching. It really is about watching how other people respond to entertainment. Is pretty cool as well.
That works. That makes sense. Okay, there's a follow-up question to that. So dead or alive, you could bring any act to the Clay County Fair. Who would you bring?
Well, I think just for the buzz, if you could bring back the Beatles or Elvis, you'd probably be doing, pretty good. Just because I think of the buzz that they would create. Here at the Clay County Fair, it's kind of interesting. Clear back in the 1970s, they had Bob Hope here. Of course, an all-time classic American comedian, but yet that is still something that older fairgoers talk about. And of course, we were fortunate here at the Clay County Fair in the early 90s to book a guy to do 2 grandstand shows. And between the time he was booked and the time he came to do his 2 shows, he had several hits, and that was Tim McGraw. So a lot of people remember that night as well. So I think Elvis or the Beatles would create similar buzz.
Yeah,
that people remember for a long time.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. Jeremy, how do people find out more about what's going to happen this year at the Clay County Fair?
Pretty simple. ClayCountyFair.com is where you need to go. That's our website. From an entertainment grandstand perspective, we'll announce that whole lineup in January, hopefully, fingers crossed, as things come together. And so people can check that out. But ClayCountyFair.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being on with us today, Jeremy.
Hey.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.